Welcome to the Mind Yourself Now podcast, a series of 4 episodes where we cycle the bothairs and boreens of County Clare, east, west, south and north, using this area as a microcosm in terms of how we view and experience health across the Western world. We chat with visitors, blow-ins and locals along the way to ask, what is good health? And what are the attributes of a good folk healer, holistic practitioner or doctor? The interviews and vox pops you'll hear are short and succinct, but you can read more about these people in my book, which will be launched in November 2024 by Banner Books. Here in the village of Fecal, we hear from Claire. Claire is a life coach and also a tourism worker. Claire stands very comfortably between the worlds of holism and allopathic medicine. She takes a very proactive approach to her own health and is not a stranger to the old cures, but at the same time, she knows how to use the brain.
I think the whole world is about balance. And I think we can all go out of balance, either emotionally, physically, our way of life. So it's about literally regulating ourselves and our nervous system, our physical body. Through, I think it could be thoughts, that whole thing of Sunday was always a day of rest. So you didn't wait till you were burnt out and then take the time off. You integrated the balance into your daily, weekly, monthly life, by the seasons. That I think of my mum in the spring. Oh, I got all the net curtains washed. And she'd have all her little jobs that she'd get done in the year. And, in the summer, growing vegetables and fruit and then harvesting them and all the apple tarts and all the cauliflower and then she'd be getting ready to make her Christmas cakes and everything was done with the seasons. And so you had the yearly seasons and then every couple of years the house would have been painted, but then you could bring that back to the month and to the week and to the day, as in I'm sitting down now, that there'd be times of the day where people just rested. So I think
And now
the balance was there again, I would say, embodied and integrated into daily life. Yeah.
And now we're not doing that as much anymore. On the phone worrying about the future, the past, while we're sitting watching the telly. Or what is it now that I'm just...
I suppose everybody's on their own time and the fact that everything's open 7 days a week, whereas before things were, Monday to Friday tended to be the working day, and then some people work Saturdays, but Sunday was always a day of rest. Friday was the day people had fish, or Saturday was the day people went to town. So I think everybody was kind of on the same schedule.
Maybe the routine helped people to stay calm because somehow intuitively you knew what was coming.
Yes.
Like
even going to mass on Sunday, whether you believed or not, you were putting on your good clothes. You were with your family. You were going out to meet your community. You were sitting down, whether you were praying or meditating or you were taking a break from the worldliness and even acknowledging there's something beyond.
It's always lovely to talk to young people that are just starting out in the world of health and healthcare. And I had a serendipitous meeting with a young man called Oisín while I was in Fecal. I went into a shop to shelter from the wind more than anything. So I bought a little packet of chewing gum and we started chatting and I was delighted to talk with him.
My name's Oisín.
Oisín?
Yeah.
And Oisín, what do you consider good health to be?
Good health, I'd say mainly it's just being sound of mind, to be honest. Just having a certain level of calmness just in your life, to be honest, is good health. And then obviously diseases, being free from diseases and things like that is only extra, in my opinion.
How does being of sound mind help? I mean, I agree with you. I'm just wondering.
Stress is scientifically, isn't it? It kind of helps diseases, in your body. Like it can
Yeah.
actually cause,
Yeah.
physical problems. Stress.
What are you studying in anyway? You seem a healthy kind of a person.
I'm doing pharmaceutical chemistry, so I have
Oh, wow.
a little bit of interest in that type of stuff.
Fantastic. Okay. And then what do you think makes a good, well, a pharmacist or a doctor or a healer?
I think somebody who treats the patient more so as opposed to just the disease or the problem.
Mm.
Every person's individual and everyone's body is different, so it's
Mm.
more personalized kind of medicine. I think is
Yeah.
better.
Yeah. So seeing them as an individual, not just a
Yeah,
disease.
not yeah.
And what do you think is the future of pharmaceuticals now that you're studying that?
Future
What
of
would you say?
pharmaceuticals?
Yeah. Where do you think it's going?
I'd say, like I said, more personalized. I think everyone is different. For example, just microbiomes, people have different. So I think antibiotics and medicines will be tailored to your microbiome and your genetics, things like that.
So much more individual.
Yes, yeah. Be more expensive, but
Mm.
for me, that's the way it will go.
And being from Fecal, are you from Fecal?
I am, yeah.
I'm here, you're living here. What do you think of the idea of Biddy Early in the blue bottle? Have you heard those stories?
I have, yeah.
Um,
I don't know a huge amount about her. She put a curse on the Clare hurling team
yes.
that was lifted, yeah.
Yeah, that's
Um,
right.
It's just iconic figure.
Yeah.
So.
What do you think of the idea of the blue bottle? Not much.
Not much, no.
Thank you so much. And now we hear from our next guest. I hope you enjoy. What for you is being healthy?
For me to keep my mental health steady, it's to exercise, to do yoga. I see unbalance when I don't do it, so I try to do it daily, if it's running or if it's yoga. I was going to the gym, but I think that's pushing it too much sometimes. My diet is a massive thing. I like to stay healthy with food and water. Also not to try and be too hard on yourself about it all too much,
Don't turn it into
it's
punishment.
it's fine to have a good balance and enjoy everything and have food and stuff, and I think that's healthy too, with keeping it all level.
Yeah.
What else did you ask me?
Yeah, absolutely. And also, what makes a good health practitioner or healer?
I do holistic approaches more so.
Yeah.
So I like to get cranial sacrotherapy and amatsu and different types of treatments to just realign my body and my nervous system and stuff. Also, I think therapy is a great thing. Not that I have been doing it, but I should. As in everybody should.
Yeah.
I don't really tend to go down the medical route too much. I try to stay away from painkillers and things like that as much as I can.
And what qualities would a good amatsu practitioner or counsellor or...
Well, I find that's quite therapeutic anyways when I deal with those when I go in for those kind of treatments. It kind of turns into a therapy session in a way, because they're opening up so much in you. And when you allow it to happen, they can bring out so much because it's all coming out anyways. So you end up vocalizing a lot of stuff. So I think that's a great quality. It's in with them when they're calm and grounded and open. You can feel their energy, which is a massive thing because it's going into you.
Yeah, because there's a relationship there. And just one thing you mentioned, central nervous system. How important do you think that is to well-being?
Oh, massively, yeah. And learning how to regulate it. Because your nervous system, and I think the Irish have a very unbalanced nervous system. Maybe it's generational trauma, or I don't know. I think everything's so fast now that it deregulates people, and people have to get to certain places so quickly all the time, and nobody's in the present anymore, which changes your nervous system.
So how do you manage your own health journey? How do you nurture yourself so as to face into suffering when necessary and be as comfortable as is possible? Whatever your health practices are, I wish you well and I wish you ease. Thank you for listening in and being part of this ongoing conversation. And remember to mind yourself now. Mind yourself now.